Hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Zahwan from Indonesia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video, we are going to convert from Figma to Flutter. So let's get started. So as I said before, today's video, we want to learn how to convert from Figma to Flutter. And I want to say thank you to the designer who designed this beautiful screen. Alright, so I found this design in Dribble. So the design look like this. So the name of the app of parcel delivery app, and as we can see, we have a home screen and then send parcel and parcel center. The designer is Alexandra Krasnowska for Miquido. And let's see in the description, hi dribblers, blah blah blah, and scroll to the down and to the bottom, we can found two files, parcel delivery app.figma and then parcel delivery app.sketch. Because today's video, we are going to convert from Figma to Flutter, so we just need to download this parcel delivery app.figma. And if you have downloaded this design, you will see it will open on your Figma account. If we open in our Figma, we can see screen and symbol, and we will focus on screen first. So we have main screen, which is my parcel home, and then send parcel and parcel center, and then send parcel, and then parcel center. Alright, so let's check out the symbol. It's kind of like assets, and then what we say is it's kind of like styling for our app. Okay, and what we see right here, we have many styling right here, like body text and then button, link, body text, heading 1, 2, and 3, and more. So let's back to screen. And before we are going to continue our tutorial, you have to download the starter project, link in the description below. And if you have downloaded the starter project, let's open with your favorite IDE. But for now, I use Visual Studio Code. I hope you will follow me using Visual Studio Code. And if you have downloaded, and let's open with Visual Studio Code. Okay, and now this is the starter project for this video. And in this starter project, I have prepared some file for you, like a screens, widget, and then assets. Which is this asset is from here. I just export like icon and then image, color, and so on. And let's check pubspec.yaml. And inside our pubspec.yaml, I have prepared for you two packages for now. Maybe in the next video, we will add another package. And package for now is like Flutter SVG and Google Fonts. Okay. And for the very first, let's open terminal, because we have to get dependencies to remove this red error warning. So we just type flutter pubget, wait a second, and don't forget to run your emulator. You can use Android, or for now I use simulator on using iPhone 12. Alright, so we have finished import dependencies, and inside our lib folder we have main.dat. Alright, so inside main.dat I have import Google Font, and for our material app I have prepared like theme, which is color, and then text styling, which is headline 1, 2, and so on, which is this translate from our Figma. But inside our home, for now I have return scaffold widget. Okay, and let's try to run our app. For the very first, it's text a theme. Alright, so this is our app. Nothing's appear because we just using scaffold widget. Alright, so the next step is we go to our UI folder and then screens folder, and inside screens folder we have one file right here, screens.dat, and the next is we have to create a new file again. We name it as what we say. We can see the design. Let's name it as home screen.dart. Alright. And inside this home screen.dart, we create a new stateful widget. Name it as home screen. And as usual, don't forget to import our material.dart. Alright. And we back to our main.dart. But before that, we have to go to screen.dart, and inside that, we have to export our home screen.dart. And let's back to our main and replace scaffold with home screen. And let's go to the top. And now we see import screen.dart, which is this very useful if we have many screen. We just need to import one file, which is screen.dat. Alright, so go back to home screen, and inside our home screen, let's return with a scaffold because, because from the design, I assume that this kind of like sliver app bar, which is when we scroll up or scroll down, the app bar will collapse or extend. Okay, and inside our scaffold, as usual, we use body, and to using sliver app bar, we can use custom scroll view. Alright, and inside our custom scroll view, we can call parameter, name it as slivers. You can check what sliver is on Flutter documentation. Alright, so we want to use widget inside our sliver, and the first sliver is a sliver app bar, and inside our sliver app bar, we can call one parameter, which is for our title, track parcel, and we call title, and then we add a padding for our title, only left, what we see right here, 24. Alright, and the next is child. We use text widget, call it as track parcel, and for the style, we can call for our theme, which is from the design, we can see this is heading 1. So we can see text theme dot headline 1 look like this. Alright. So the another important thing is we can call like what we say center title, because for the iOS the default app bar title is on the center, so we can call false, and then for the floating false, I think true, and then snap false, and title spacing 0. Alright, and from the design we can see like one picture, which is user profile. We can using action, and inside this action we can add many widget, but for now we use a padding. We use right. I think it's similar with the left padding 24. We have error right here. Alright, so for the child, not here, inside our padding, for the child we use a circle avatar. Inside our circle avatar, we use child again, clip oval, and then for the child we use image dot network. Let's found image, what we say, maybe my name, and I want to use this picture, and copy image address, paste here. Alright, look like this, and below of our action for the shadow, we use transparent because the default bar have a shadow. And the next is expanded height. Let's see from the design. It's kind of like 426. And for the what we say, we can call here pin true. And the next is for background color. We use for our theme, which is we can see on the main. It's kind of like a bar theme background color. So we can call a bar theme and background color. Look like this. So for the shape, we can see our shape is rounded on the bottom left and bottom right. So we use rounded rectangle border, and for the border radius, we use border only left, and inside that we can call radius dot circular. And let's check our design. We can see like 16 here, and copy this. And for the bottom right, same 16 again, look like this. So the next is we can call flexible space, and for the value is we use flexible spacebar, and inside that we can call background and background return widget. It's very useful, and we can call column widget because this is a flexible area, and I want to use column widget because this kind of like from top to the bottom. So we can call children as usual, and we use expanded widget. All right, expanded widget. And for the child, we use padding, and for the child, we use column widget again. And for the children, what we say right here, text widget, and we can copy from here. And for the style, we use our theme, what we say right here, text theme, and headline 5, look like this. And the next is for this input field, we have a row widget, which is from our track number, and this is button to scan the barcode. So what we say right here, we have padding first, and for the padding, we say 7, and for the bottom is 40. So we say top 7 and bottom 40. And for the child, we use row widget as I said before. And inside our row widget, we use expanded. And for the child, we use container. Alright. And inside our container, we can call height. And for the height, let's see, 49. And for the width, make it fill the parent. And for the decoration, because it's kind of like rounded, so we use box decoration. And for the border radius, we use 4. Border radius dot circular 4. And for the color, we use theme of background color. And let's check on main. Background color is white. Alright, background color. And inside our container, we can call child. And for our child, we use text field. And inside our text field, we use decoration, and we call input decoration. And for the border, input border dot none, look like this, guys. Alright, and here we can call padding. We use like a symmetric. For horizontal is 24, and for vertical, let's say 64, look like this. And inside our row widget, which is here, row widget, and for the another children is we can give a little padding using size box. For the width, we say 8. And the next is we can call container. which is from the design we can see like 50 times 49. We can call container for the width 50 and for the height 49. And the next is we can call child, and for the child we use svg picture.assets, and we can call our assets file, which is assets image and icon QR code.svg, look like this. All right, and we can add cons modifier right here, and let's restart what we see. All right, we don't need this HTML. Restart again. Okay, we have an error in our asset bundle. So we say this is SVG, not SCVG. All right, we see. And yeah, it's work, but not similar with the design, but okay for now. And inside our container, don't forget to give padding, and we use all 14. Okay. And inside our container, we use decoration because we want to use border radius using circular with the value 4. And for the color, we use theme of our background color. And when we restart, we see white for the background. And we have finished this. And the next is for our button. Inside our column widget, I think here we use size box, and for the height it's 48, and for the child we use a text button, and for the width we use double to infinity. And inside our text button we can call on press, and for the child we use text widget, and we can call track parcel, and for the style we can call theme of what we say right here, text theme dot body 1, body text 1. And for the button we use a theme of text button theme dot style, look like this. All right. I think move this size box inside our inside our expanded, not here. What we say right here is all right here. And inside our column widget, what we say right here, here inside our column widget for the main axis, we can call n. All right, and for the cross axis, we say cross axis dot start to make it here. All right, awesome. Boom, boom, boom. We have this, but we have list view right here, so we can scroll it to the top. All right, so we go to this closing of sliver bar. We have finished our sliver bar, and the next is this sliver list. But before that, I think we can create this bottom navigation bar, and for that we create a new file inside our widget folder. We name it as my bottom navigation bar dot, and then inside this file we create a new stateful widget, name it as my bottom navigation bar. And don't forget to import material, and we need to return bottom navigation bar. And don't forget to create variable, name it as selected index with a value 0 for now. And we create a new method, we name it as on item tab. And for the parameter we use index and set state selected index equal with index, look like this. And return bottom navigation bar, And inside this, we use a selected font size 12. We can see from this, we can see 12 and unselected font size 12 again, and selected item style. We can call our theme. What we say, text theme dot headline 5, and copy that. We just need to call right here unselected. And for the item, we have 3 item, so we use we say bottom navigation bar item, and we can call here bottom navigation bar item. For the icon, we can use if selected index equals 0, we use svg picture dot assets, assets images icon my parcel dot svg, and if not selected, we can copy this. The default is we use gray, look like this, and we can copy this 2 times. Oh, we miss one value again, which is label. For the label, we use my parcel. We can see from the design my parcel, and we can copy now and paste here one more time, and we just need to change this with the send parcel. Copy this, paste here, and this is a parcel center, and this 2, and this is a 1. And the next is a what we say is a current index is a selected index, and unselected item color we call from our theme unselected widget color, and for the selected item color we use black. On tab on item tab. All right, look like this, and we back to our home. And before that, we have to we have to export our my bottom navigation bar dot dot and go back to home screen. And inside our scaffold, we can call bottom navigation bar, and we can call my bottom navigation bar. And let's check. We now import one widget, which is one file, widgets.dart, and we can add const modifier right here. And let's restart. And now we see our bottom navigation bar. All right, and the next is we go to our sliver, which is below of our sliver app bar. Maybe we can add const modifier right here. Here, custom scroll, which is this. And from the design, let's add sliver padding. Sliver padding, we can call using const modifier. And for the pod padding, what we say only top 32. And for the child, maybe here, not okay. Maybe not child, but just give a padding. And below of our sliver padding, we can call sliver list. And for the deleted is we use sliver child builder deleted. And inside that, we can call container with the margin symmetric, which is horizontal 24. This is for this 24. And inside our container, we can call column widget. For the children, we use a text widget. We say my parcel look like this. Sliver, what we say, sliver child list deleted. And for the children, we use a widget right here. And for the style, we use theme of text theme. We use a headline 3. And okay, and don't forget to call here inside our column widget. For the cross axis alignment, we use start. All right, and below of our sliver list, we use sliver list again. For the deleted, we use I don't see my sliver child builder delete it, and inside that, now we can call using this. As usual, it's kind of like a builder for our list, which is for the first is a context, and for the next parameter is for index. And now we can return something right here. For now, we use padding. Don't forget to add semicolon. And for the padding, we use symmetric, horizontal as usual 40, 24. And for the vertical 16. And for the child, what we say, container, and inside container for the height 174. And for the padding, all, what we say is 16. And for the decoration, we use box decoration because our component is it's kind of like rounded, rounded 4. So for the radius dot circular 4, and inside that we can call color, and we can call from our theme, which is a background color. And for the shadow, box shadow, and we can call box shadow with the color of theme of, we say, shadow color. And for the spread radius, we can check it on this 0, 0, just 10 on the blur, 0, and then blur radius 10, and then offset is a con offset, what we say is 0.0, look like this, guys. Now we have a blank container, and what we say the next is inside our container, which is here, we can call child. For the child, we use column because this from top to the bottom, so I use column widget. And column widget have one parameter, which is children. And for the first children is row widget because this kind of like row left and right, so I use row widget. And for the children, what we say right here is the first is a text widget, which is this kind of like for our track number. And we can copy this and paste here. And for the style, I mean, and we can call our theme of. And what we say is headline 5, text theme, headline 5, no, headline 5, give a comma here. And the next widget is for our courier, which is for our, what we say is e-commerce or courier logo, which is this. And we can use container with the width 78 and height 31. So you can call here height 31, and for the width 78. And for the decoration, because it's kind of like have border radius, we use no, we don't use it for border radius, we use it for our image. We use decoration image, and inside our decoration image we have one powerful parameter, which is image, and we can call network image for now. But if you store the logo in the asset folder, you can use assets image. And for now, I want to search on Google, maybe Amazon logo, and I pick this logo, which is this PNG, and copy image address and paste here. And now what we see right here, and let's restart. And now we have Amazon logo. And don't forget, in our row widget, we say main axis alignment space between. Boom, it's kind of like give a distance. All right, so below that we have a column widget again. So below that we have row, and what we say right here, column. And for the cross axis alignment, we say start. And for the children, we use text widget for the first, and we say in transit. And for the style, we use headline 5, headline 4, and we go to our column widget. And for the cross axis alignment, star. And for the main axis alignment, space between, look like this. So the next widget is for our text widget again, which is this. Let's update, copy that, paste here. For the style, we just need to copy this and paste here. Change to headline 6, and the next is and below that we have this detail button, and below of our column widget we say size box, and for the size box we say for the width 60, and for the child we use column widget. With the children, for the first children we use row widget. Inside row widget we use children again, we say text details, and inside that we say style, and for the style we use body text too. And the next is svg as svg picture dot assets, and we call assets images icon details dot svg. And now we see a little icon, and below of our row widget we can call container with the height is 1. This is for underline, and for the color is black. And now we see, and don't forget for the column widget, for the cross axis alignment, not here, I think here, main using center, look like this. Alright, so maybe we have to add this linear progress indicator, and inside our what we say right here, below of our text widget we use container, and for the height is a 5, and for the decoration we use box decoration using border radius. For the border is a 2.5, and for the child we use linear progress indicator. For the value, let's make it as a 0.8, and for the color we can use from our background, our app bar dot background color. And now we see, and maybe we can add a background color, so we can see we use from unselected. No, we use gray. Maybe we can use, for now we can use this. Alright, look like this. And what we say, we can add a little margin 12. So here size box using height 12. Alright, and from this 3, and just copy this, paste here 3, and add const modifier. Alright, so look like this, guys, but I don't see whether this rounded or not, so make it 12. I don't see, so I think we not using decoration, but we use we remove this, and we wrap our linear progress indicator using clip rectangle, and for the radius we use circular 2.5. Alright, so I think it's work. We see it's kind of like rounded, but we just need to change this value. Alright, so look like this in transit. Let's update, and now we can scroll. Alright, so as we can see, look like this. Let's see the design. Alright, so yeah, I think that's enough my video today. So today's video, we just create, or we just convert one screen, which is home screen. Maybe in the next part we can convert another screen, which is send parcel and parcel center. So I think enough my video today. If you have any questions or comment, write it down on the comment field. And if you want to download the project file, link in the description. Thank you so much, and see you again on the next video.